I'll spend a few minutes and talk about local links in Kumu. Local links allow you to jump from one point to another within a particular map, or from one map to another, from a point in one map to a particular point in another map. While Kumu allows you to do typical HTML links from in a map to any place else on the web, or from other things such as a web page or a blog or something else directly into a Kumu map, the local links can prove to be extremely convenient for a number of different reasons. Now, when I talked about loops, I talked about links a little bit in terms of what I was doing with the loops. You can link, you can provide a reference from one point to another point based upon an element or a loop. So if you look at this, this is element B, and you know that each one of these elements is labeled with a single entity. So if I wanted to create a link, I just call this test link to G, and the form is an equal sign, a pound sign, and then the name of the element that you want to, the element or loop that you want to connect to. Now note that Kumu strips out all of the special characters and all of the spaces, and upper and lowercase, it's case insensitive. So it's, and when I use some longer names, you'll see what that looks like. So this is simply a test link to G, and notice that it's underlined. The nice thing about it is that if I mouse over it, it centers that particular item, and if I click on it, it actually takes me there and shows me the G profile page. I could have done the same thing with, where was I, on B? I could have done the same thing with a loop. I could have called this R3, and then when I moused over it, it would have centered R3, and if I clicked on it, it would have taken me to the R3 page. Now this jumping from location to location within a map probably doesn't get you a lot on a map that is this size, though once you begin to deal with maps that are significantly larger with a number of elements in them. This particular one, I have some entry points. This entry point right here, enabling a better tomorrow, if I mouse over it, it focuses that particular element of the map. And but before I go there, notice that the form of it is, it's just left bracket, whatever visual name I want, parent equals pound sign, and then notice that all of the spaces and special characters are gone out of the labeling. And it's probably a little uncomfortable initially, but you'll pick it up pretty quick just by using it. So that if I go ahead and then click on this, it takes me to that portion of the model, centers it, shows me the profile page, and on this particular profile page, there are additional internal point-to-point links of things that a person might be interested in after they watch the video on this page. It also has the ability so that if I went to this link and this was of interest and I clicked on here, so all I wanted to do was look at that set of content because I clicked and held here to essentially bring a direct focus into play. If I went back to here and said, well, no, I really want to look at virtual systemic inquiry, if I click on here, notice that even though it wasn't visible, Kumu is smart enough to know that it's not visible and make it visible. And it just so happens that there are a couple of connections that go from that one to this one, but there didn't have to be. It could have been two separately disconnected sets of content. But the idea is that the internal links are simply make it convenient to guide someone in a meaningful manner through your map. In addition, I said you can also do map-to-map references. The internal references are equal, pound, and then the element or label that you, or loop that you want to connect to. If you want to go from one map to another, the easiest thing is to look at the URL to get a form of what the name of the map is, so that this particular map that I'm looking at, storytelling in Kumu, is pound storytelling in Kumu. And if I just copy that, which makes it easy, and then go over here to operating context, and I go here and I just edit this and put in, well, it was already there because I guess I was playing with it. I test map to map, and then in the parents it's pound sign storytelling in Kumu. So now when I click this, it looks like a typical URL, but when I click on it, it actually takes me to this map. If I wanted to go not just to the map, but I wanted to go to a particular element in the map, I could go ahead and say pound sign storytelling in Kumu /B3, and this link would then take me directly to, oh, there is no B3. Well, no wonder that doesn't work. Let me go back and make it an R3. In this, and make this R3. Can't go to places that don't exist. So now it should take me to, okay, so notice that it brings me here, and it focuses R3 because that's the loop that was part of the link. So you can do internal links from point to point to point. It helps you sort of unfold a larger model to make it more consumable to other people. So you can go from point to point within a map, or you can go from map to map, or you can go from a map to a particular point inside of some other map. In another video, I'll talk about doing external links into Kumu maps and URL links outside of Kumu to other things. So I hope this has given you a sense of the power that's associated with doing internal links from one item to another, so that you can develop a sort of a guide path to help someone navigate something that you've developed. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.